Howdy. How y'all doing this evening? Welcome back to my little story time corner. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Marina's going to join us. Hey, Marina. And we're going to share a story this evening. Got my coffee ready. Got my kitty cat ready. We're all set. So tonight we're going to be doing a part one of a two-parter. And this story is called The Fisherman and His Wife. And this story was collected and presented by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm and is read to you this evening by myself, Tennille Milam. So this is part one of The Fisherman and His Wife. Lay down, Marina. Okay, The Fisherman and His Wife, part one. There was once a fisherman and his wife who lived together in a hovel by the seashore. And the fisherman went out every day with his hook and line to catch fish, and he angled and angled. One day he was sitting with his rod and looking into the clear water, and he sat and sat. At last, down went the line to the bottom of the water, and when he drew it up, he found a great flounder on the hook. And the flounder said to him, "Fisherman, listen to me. Let me go. I am not a real fish, but an enchanted prince. What good shall I be to you? If you land me, I shall not taste well. So put me back in the water again, and let me swim away." "Well," said the fisherman, "no need of so many words about the matter. As you can speak, I had much rather let you swim away." Then he put him back into the clear water, and the flounder sank to the bottom, leaving a long streak of blood behind him. Then the fisherman got up and went home to his wife in their hovel. "Well, husband," said the wife, "have you caught nothing today?" "No," said the man. "Well, that is, I did catch a flounder, but as he said he was an enchanted prince, I let him go again." "Then, did you wish for nothing?" asked the wife. "No," said the man. "What should I wish for?" "Oh dear," said the wife, "and it is so dreadful always to live in this evil-smelling hovel. You might as well have wished for a little cottage. So go again and call him and tell him we want a little cottage. I dare say he will give it to us, so go and be quick." And when he went back, the sea was yellow and green, and it was not nearly so clear as before. So he stood and he said, oh man, if man you be, or flounder, flounder in the sea, such a tiresome wife I've got, for she wants what I do not." Then the flounder came swimming up, and he said, "Now then, what does she want?" "Oh," said the man, "you know, when I caught you, my wife says that I ought to have wished for something. She does not want to live any longer in the hovel. She would rather live in a cottage." "Go home with you," said the flounder. "She is in it already." So the man went home and found, instead of a hovel, a little cottage. And his wife was sitting on a bench before the door. And she took him by the hand, and she said to him, "Come in and see if this is not a great improvement." So they went in, and there was a little house place, and a beautiful little bedroom, and a kitchen and larder with all sorts of furniture, and iron and brass were of the very best, and at the back was a little yard with fowls and ducks, and a little garden full of fresh green vegetables and fruit. "Look," said the wife, "is not that nice?" "Oh yes," said the man, "if this can only last, we shall be very well contented." "We'll see about that," said the wife. And after a meal, they went to bed. So all went well for about a week or a fortnight, when the wife said, "Look here, husband, the cottage is really too confined, and the yard and garden are so small. I think the flounder had better get us a larger house. In fact, I should very much like to live in a large stone castle. So go to your fish, and he will send us a castle." "Oh, my dear wife," said the man, "the cottage is quite good enough. What do we want a castle for?" "We want one," said the wife. "Go along with you. The flounder can give us one." "Now, wife," said the man, "the flounder gave us the cottage. I do not like to go to him again. He may be angry." "Go along," said the wife. "He might just as well give it to us as not. Do as I say." The man felt very reluctant and unwilling, and he said to himself, "It is not the right thing to do." Nevertheless, he went. So when he came to the seaside, the water was purple and dark blue and gray and thick, and it was not green and yellow as before. And he stood and he said, oh man, if man you be, or flounder, flounder in the sea, such a tiresome wife I've got, for she wants what I do not." "Now then, what does she want?" said the flounder. "Oh," said the man, half frightened, well, she wants to live in a large stone castle." "Go home with you. She is already standing before the door," said the flounder. Then the man went home, as he supposed, but when he got there stood in the place of the cottage a great castle of stone, and his wife was standing on the steps, about to go in. So she took him by the hand, and she said, "Let us enter." With that he went in with her, and in the castle was a great hall with marble pavement, and there were a great many servants who led them through large doors, and the passages were all decked with tapestries, and the rooms with golden chairs and tables, and crystal chandeliers were hanging from the ceilings, and all the rooms had carpets, and the tables were covered with eatables and the very best wine for anyone who wanted them. And at the back of the house was a great stable yard for horses and cattle, and carriages of the finest. Besides, there was a splendid large garden with the most beautiful flowers and fine mature fruit trees, and a pleasance full half a mile long, with deer and oxen and sheep, and everything that a heart could wish for. "There," said the wife, "is not this beautiful?" "Oh yes," said the man. "If it will only last, we can live in this fine castle and be very well contented." "We'll see about that," said the wife. "And in the meanwhile, let's sleep on it." With that they went to bed. The next morning the wife was wide awake first, just at the break of day, and she looked out, and she saw from her bed the beautiful country lying all around. The man took no notice of it, so she poked him in the side with her elbow, and she said, "Husband, get up and look out of the window. Just think if we could be king over all of this country. Just go to your fish and tell him we should like to be king." "Now, wife," said the man, "what should we be kings for? I don't want to be king." "Well," said the wife, "if you don't want to be king, I will be king." "Now, wife," said the man, "what do you want to be king for? I could not ask him for such a thing." "Why not?" said the wife. "You must go directly. All the same, I must be king." So the man went, very much put out that his wife should want to be king. It is not the right thing to do. Not at all the right thing, thought the man. He did not at all want to go, and yet he went all the same. And when he came to the sea, The water was quite dark gray, and it rushed far inland, and it had an ill smell. And he stood and he said, oh man, if man you be, or flounder, flounder in the sea, such a tiresome wife I've got, for she wants what I do not. Now then, what does she want? Said the fish. Oh dear, said the man, she wants to be king. Go home with you, she is so already, said the fish. Now that is the end of part 1. And I will come back with our next story time and we'll have part 2. So until then, thanks for joining me and y'all be sweet.